Really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, and he actually gets called in on this kind of board. Like, what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's going to have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like, he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draw. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't
I'm
be a
already
coin.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard,
Yes.
and the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's folding.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so Mad Dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
But, all right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400 apples. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning end.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we can't win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol,
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then we'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it. You
So that's
filthy
cool because we have
animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know.
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. Hey, it's that time again. Saturday morning. You know what that means. We're in the lab getting better whether we want to or not. We're always working because we can't let these schlubs get better than us. Right, Sixes?
What up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? What's up, guys? Toe Army, Sixes Mafia. What the fuck is up? It's game time. PC study stream here with my man GBT. Getting it in. What up, D Coot, Skate, Sadabs, and Lady Killer over here. What's up, fam? Good to see you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. You know what time it is. About to look at some quizzes, make a bunch of fucking blunders, laugh at ourselves, and today it'll cost us no money.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, John Silver in his bitch. John
That's the
motherfucking
greatest thing for me.
What's up, fam?
Is that this never cost me any money and I never had any pride. So this is all good things.
Well, the Sixes Mafia is breaking your ass $5 at a time. Lifetime over here. We got to do it. I'm not even set up for it. I'm zooming out.
All right, talking about this. If you guys are new, because I have a few new people in here. Welcome, peace out, Pat, Monkey May I, Contrast, brand suited and booted. Welcome. The way this is going to work is we are going to give you a keyword. Brian already put it out there. It's always poker coaching to start
out the stream.
there it
We'll
is.
draw one winner from my stream. We'll draw one winner from Six's stream. You two will compete against each other in one of these random quizzes on PokerCoaching.com. And whoever gets the highest score gets $5. There you go. Gamble on getting better
Bingo.
at gambling. There's all the links in the chat because I have Prayan Mod Extraordinaire going crazy like you do. Check out all the links.
Yep, get in there, boys. You guys know what time it is. Good to see everybody, though, man. Always feels good to be here. We need to do like other forms of like no delay streaming. I really want to do more no delay, chill, non-poker stuff here and there. But
Non-poker
we'll talk about that. Yeah, maybe we could just be chopping it up, not playing the game.
Do you want to start over and become chess
No
streamers?
delay. Yeah, we should. We could play chess heads up on stream.
Yeah.
Probably get my ass spanked. I ain't studied in years.
I'm horrible. Like, I'm playing Matt right now, and he is just working my ass. It's like I could finally beat you at something. He's fucking working me. I suck.
What up, JT? Thank you for that follow in your first time here. Appreciate that, bro.
I'm a 50 Cent
Good looking
on-demand chess player.
Yeah, 50 Cent on-demand chess player. Yes. I'm fucking grinding the free rolls. I'm a Zynga chess player.
I'm a Zynga chess player.
Yeah. All right, let's pick one and go from. Dude, we need to get like some mixed games. They need a mixed games coach, like a true mix. Just
they
one
do
cat.
need a mixed games coach.
Just
However,
one cat that plays mixed games.
I'm not interested in attending, but they do absolutely need a mixed games coach. 100%. Contrast, you were a middle school chess champion, but you still got it. That's funny.
All right, cool. Oh, Dirty Dozen in this piece. What up,
Joey
man?
playing chess right now.
Tipsy Beard, good morning. Or good afternoon. You want to pick a quiz, brother?
Yeah, I tried to like play chess while I was one tabling my last session, or my last table of the session, and yeah, it wasn't good for either game. too much thinking over here, too much timing out over there. It was funny.
Yeah.
Pick a quiz. Let's see.
Yeah, we got a lot we can do.
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
What's up, fam? Good to see you, man.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff down below too. All right, just keep it easy and go from the top. Let's do 2074.
2074, a straight draw in a 1K with the Chad 850. Cool, we'll do that one. And yeah, we can roll it as well. Get in there, last chance.
We'll get a Grips quiz in at some point today.
Oh, we have to. It's my dude. All right, I'm gonna roll it.
Yep, ready to roll it.
Well. Look who it is. Tipsy Beard, welcome, and hell yeah, congrats getting in there. Represent the mafia. We got Tipsy Beard over here.
Monkey May I up for the army. You know he's only here for the exploits. Ooh, did you see the shock and awe in Six's face when I gave him the Monkey May?
Ruh-roh.
He flinched. I saw it. He had to tell.
Yeah, I did. I know all of his leaks. You're fine. He's making. Yeah, he's got some leaks. We're fine. He ain't.
All right, guys, let's do this.
Wait a minute. Which one? 2074.
2074.
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
Here we are still in this $1,000 buy-in final table. You'll see I lost a lot of my chips. I have 14 big blinds. Everybody else at the table has more than me. I just lost with ace queen against ace king. Small blind limped. I raised. They jammed for 25 or 30 big blinds. I called it off. They had ace king.
Just go ahead. I'll catch you.
I lost my ace queen. All right. Here we are. 14 big blinds deep. Folds around to me in the small blind with the 8-5 offsuit. The big blind is the generally straightforward player. I don't think too out of line. I think they have a big stack, but they're not really using it. Should we fold, call, raise to 300,000, or go all in?
All right, guys, what do we do? 850.
1 second. That was a few seconds.
You lied to me.
All right, there we're good, Toe. We're good.
Okay.
850 at the FT.
What do we do?
No context on the player. In the big blind, it sounds like we may have punted our stack with ace queen all in pre at a final table, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know what happened, but that was like if we get an ace queen all in pre at a final table for more than 20 bigs, we probably made a mistake. But I mean, we're still in it, so maybe he had dude covered and thought dude being there lighter, but we'll see. We are the shortest. We are the short stack. It looks like here we both have about 13 or 14 effective, but according to what he was saying, he was the shortest. So there was context that the big blind was straightforward. Thank you, Molten. Good to see you, buddy. Good morning. So you're calling? Okay. Tipsy Bit is just calling as well. Limp stab for D Coot, of course. We'd have it no other way. Said Habs is just 3x in this shit.
Jason,
of course.
We
see a jam.
14 big, small blind, not even close to our raise, jam, fold this hand, says Contrast. Brian never playing it. Suited and booted, just calling.
Damn, we have everything under the sun here. We have a call. Skates asking to be still. Said Habs is raising, of course. JT, some calls, some stabs, some folds. Oh, man.
Cowboy Customs folding. Welcome to the stream.
We only got 13 big blinds. Raising 3x is crazy.
This is the final table. This is ICM, Joey.
Grateful Rich. Good to see you. Calling. Okay. Man, it's just mixed. I see a few folds, mostly calling, a few raising, and 0 jams. We're 7-handed. Calling can't be bad, he says. Yeah. Hey, it's sad. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate that. All right, Toe. What is your guy doing? We're calling over here.
Monkey Bay calling. He would fold, but he's calling because he thinks JL's going to call.
Cool. He would fold, he said. Okay. Toe, what are you doing?
Like, I have 2 ranges. I have fold range and I have jam range here almost exclusively. There are some limps for sure, but I think I'd probably fold this, to be honest with you.
Nopers. He already. I mean, the context is this dude straightforward. So
yeah. He's gonna.
I'm at minimum limp leading enough boards. Like, there's just no way I'm not walking you. You ain't getting away with that shit. No way. I'm not walking him at a final table. Nope. So, yeah, I'm at minimum calling versus a straightforward player. If we had more context that he was either aggressive or loose, then if he was tight, I would go 300K. If he's fucking super aggressive and I'm not getting away with shit, maybe I fold. But yeah, I'm at least calling. I'm not walking him.
That's cool.
I mean, I think I do think
more value on the chips you earn. You don't have any blockers. I mean, I can go the other way too. You know what I mean? Limping is totally standard most of the time. But
I think what we see in the solver, you remember in the thing we see, we only raise a lot. There is no limps. Remember
that's
that?
Why I was jamming or folding. I told you I had 2 ranges.
No. I know that, right? From a theoretical standpoint.
Oh, you're leveling for the quiz? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, because I don't think JL's walking anybody.
No, he's not. I mean, he gets a straight draw on the flop.
JL, like, looking at this quiz, and he already gave this dude a tag that's kind of being straightforward. I don't think JL's walking a soul here. So I'm at minimum.
If this guy was a straightforward player, then I would have a raise range, right?
Yeah,
like
3x, 2.7x.
Just raise the
yeah, we'll go 2.7x with this. So, all right, we're gonna call.
Calling. Sorry,
let's do it.
It is worth noting, I did not mention this, but we are down to 4 players in the tournament. So
folding,
we don't have
10
exact
points.
charts for this in the poker coaching
but he gave us
charts.
the
But here in the ICM with the 1 big blind ante
look at all that jamming
section.
Yep.
I clicked
This is
through
theory.
all
We
around
said
the small blind.
no
Here is what
limping
we should do
theory,
from the
really.
small blind in this situation where there's a 15 big blind stack in the small blind. Actually, this is more like this spot really because we are the short stack. So in this situation where we are the short stack, let's fold these other players. Notice in the previous spot there were a lot of all-ins because there's a 10 big blind stack. Now we are the short stack. So you're going to see we don't go all in quite as much. So the question is can we play this 8-5 offsuit way down here that's just a fold? The only way we can justify playing this hand, and to be fair, a lot of the hands in this region,
It's losing a shitload of
for
BB.
limp, is if we think the big blind is not going to raise us all that often. Because I want to show you, if we do call, the big blind should be pretty aggressive, right? Some big blinds are going to be substantially more aggressive. So if that's the case, then obviously we can't play the 8-5 offsuit. But I told you that this big blind in particular was really not that aggressive. They were doing a lot of checking in spots where they probably should have taken aggressive lines. They were not using the big stack as if they were the big stack.
Mm-hmm.
All that said, I think it's still just a fold. It's an annoying spot, but I think folding is probably just ideal. If you said call, though, I don't mind it. And if there's ever a spot to call as a short stack against a big stack, it is in this scenario. We do call big blind checks, which is great. King 4-3. We have not a lot. Should we check? Bet 100,000, bet 200,000, or bet 300,000?
So I found a chart at a final table that kind of mimics this, but it's for 12, and the range is kind of, I mean, you have 0 limps, like 0 completes. It's all fucking jamming or in some raising 3x. So there's a little bit of raising, 13%, and jamming 50% of your range. In this spot normally.
I got a good question in the chat. Someone who was not familiar with looking at the charts. So basically, generally speaking, with most charts, there's going to be some variation. But generally speaking, blue is usually fold, green is always call. And then the other colors are some varying bet sizes. And usually the darker the color, the bigger the bet size. Generally at a high level. And you can see that chart had no green in it. I'm actually going to the chart right now to bring it up, but that chart had no green in it, and
this is one that's close, guys.
No, that's cat.
That's one that's close. This is final table with. I think I had to do it with 8 max, but if you got 12 versus 16, that's your fucking range. Ain't no limping in there. Nah. All right, Tipsy Beer. My man is going 100K limp leading men. Carter's going 100K. John's going 100K. Ash is checking. Sedhab's, of course, betting. Big Turd betting. Limp lead. Oh, everybody limp leading but 1 or 2. Dozen says limp lead felt like the best option, but think a check fold saves the most versus a straightforward who may not bet bottom pair.
Really quickly for Peace Out Pat. See all the green? Call. All the orange is a raise, and then all this dark red would be jam in this chart. This is not the right chart. All right, 200K for Suited and Booted. I saw Suited and Booted, and I don't know why this reminds me of the screen name I heard last night, but because it's not really close, but found a great screen name last night on the global streets. Win, flip, nip, slip. It's in the global streets. Like, what the fuck? Sorry.
Psychopaths.
Tangent.
All right.
200K. Check for Cowboy Customs. Check for Monkey May I. You like it, Booted? I liked it too.
Grateful is checking. And Big Turd just check folding. All right. We are just limp leading here.
We are checking. Limp no lead.
Limp no lead. What are you thinking? You limp lead?
I like to limp no lead. I limp lead a lot. However, like when it goes limp check, that means the big blind's going to have the shitty / marginal portion of his range, and those cards are generally going to be like small shitty cards. The 3-4 connection is really, really bad for me. Plus, it's got all the versions of heart. Like, yeah, we had nowhere to go. I mean, if this guy was super tight, I would limp lead 100% and wouldn't care about these things. Maybe that's. I mean, he did say he was straightforward. I could see some argument for that. Limp leading, all we're going to be small though, 100K, never 200K. We're not limp leading.
Is this a trap where we've already made one mistake and then he wants us asking us if we want to compound it and throw another mistake out there? Yeah. I mean, we don't have any of the suits. We do have 3-door straight. I think some of his King X, probably like King 9 suited plus for him, and some of his suited kings would be raising. So kind of take some of those out of his range. I know ace high, king high boards maybe we limp lead the most, and then 3 low card 9x boards that we don't really connect with, and then connected, we would just give up because he's
Yeah, because the
obviously gonna have to
shittier
have
and the more connected the board, the more it hits. his
3
check
low
back
cards
range.
under a 9 connected or under a 10 connected seem worse than this because it's kind of just we can get him to fold queen 4. I mean, not queen deuce or something. You know,
Yeah, or even better, like queen
Jack-
9, right? Something
Jack
that's got
7
two
will just
angles.
fold. You know, so I'd probably limp lead and then just torch the bet and say, well, we tried. You know, valiant effort.
I would limp here
because I have 3 to a
against
straight.
some, limp check against a lot, and if you told me you
I
were
would
limp leading
say-
to clean up your equity, I got no problems with that.
We have no equity. The thing is, I'm limp leading because I think he raises the portions of his king X range. We have 3 to a straight, and I'm most likely just going to
You're
be
bluffing
fucking
to
done
get
with
better
it.
to fold. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to get Jack high to fold or something. Fucking 10-6 to fold.
Yep.
You know? All right. 100K for me. Everybody else
Check,
is
let's
checking.
find out.
And then if I lose, oh well. Let's do it. No, wait a minute. Tipsy Bird going 100. Yep.
Good.
One time. One time. Come on, baby. Yeah.
Checking okay, though. 8 points. Not a mistake, but limp leading better.
Yeah, they said.
Oh, shit, I got this muted. Fuck. Sorry.
Even though our hand looks pretty weak, it's actually
I'm gonna
not
be a few
that
seconds
bad
behind
because
you.
if we are not against a king, we are going to
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
some pretty
king
clean
nine
outs
suited plus,
and or
if they
good
don't have
bluffing
those.
cards on the turn. Notice we have a lot of straight draws that could come. We could end up bluffing it off on flush card turns and rivers. Notice the opponent will raise or should raise with some kings pre-flop. Not that they will. I mean, you have to be careful looking at GTO charts because a lot of players just aren't doing this type of thing. If you look at this, a lot of the king X in GTO world is raising pre-flop. So you can start to discount those a little bit from the opponent's range. So this is actually a reasonable enough spot for me. So I don't mind betting small. I like a small bet with the idea that if I turn additional equity, I'll probably keep betting. And if I just get a total brick turn, I'm probably going to end up giving it up. We do go small. This may be too aggressive, by the way. If you can just like look and tell your opponent likes their hand, or if you think they're just not in
He
the
always
mood
says
for
that.
whatever
If you
reason,
can look and tell.
it's probably fine to check and then go for a delayed continuation bet if it checks through.
Well,
We bet
goddamn.
small though. They call.
Well, we
Turns a
picked
6 of
up
spades. All right, here we go.
on the turn.
Should we check?
And
Bet
we still
100,000.
have 8-5 at the same
Bet
time.
300,000
I'm sorry.
or bet 500,000?
Ready, go.
All right, cool. Nito turn. It's an overcard 2 to 3 and a 4 as well. A bunch of 300s. Holy smokes! Tihan did it. Lady killer in the house going 300. They ain't never been scared in his life.
Agree contest. No reason to bet big. We're targeting air. Bet small on the flop. No reason to risk at 200. I want to get all the auto folds. Yeah, we talked about that.
Trey K.
Maybe give up player dependent. Blah blah blah. What up, machine gun? How you doing, homie?
Who knew there was so much 300 slang? I'm going
Why not
for it.
raise
Oh,
with sixes,
baby.
but you do every other pocket pair? That's gonna have some blocker effect stuff. Peace out.
You can complete induce as well. Yep.
It's gonna have.
He jams it. I'm calling. I ain't scared. This is the final table, and you're about to call it off with 3 to a straight on the turn. Just like 8 high. Fuck it. Let's go. It's coming.
300K
Playing for $1 million.
300K for Joey. 300K.
Dangerous
for Monkey,
man.
300K for Meatball. 300K for Jason. Everybody 300K.
Look
Fake
at all
team, make it
this.
Suited says.
Hey, Sir Toby Tobson. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Good afternoon. Good morning. And it is game time. All right. Let me see what our man of the hour is doing. Tipsy Beard. You going 100
was the
here?
man
What are
of
we
the hour.
doing? Never.
He said, nah.
Nah. You?
Never.
This guy.
Dusty
Nah,
old
not when Lady Killer's here. Nah. Tipsy Bear's going 100. All the 300s
Lots
and
of
Tipsy
300s.
Bear flexes and said, nah, fuck y'all bets. 100 is the bet. Checking for Grateful Bridge.
Ooh, Copy Customs 100. Peace out, Pat. Checking.
I'm not dropping frames. Check jam seems cool. That'd be
Check.
D-Cooch check jamming. A check call is clean though. Everybody's getting shook now. All right, we're gonna go 100.
Like
I think it felt
we're
like
going
JL kind of get. Go ahead.
300. We're going 300. Comment on the check jam. We don't check jam this combo. We check jam like you have to have the combo draw. So it's got to be like 8-5 hearts or something. You need more than
That'd be
just
nasty. Yeah.
Combo draws.
We're open ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem
all right.
is that this is a limp check pot, which means that card is good for us. But it's probably good for them too, which does me pretty damn conflicted. It's good for both
With betting
sides.
or
He would raise his king
checking.
X. He's probably raising his flush draw, right?
Right.
Oh, but he said this guy was passive.
But you know what else he kind of alluded to there is like, okay, we picked up equity. He said we're only going to continue when we pick up equity. He's betting.
I get it, but that card is good for both
300.
I don't like this hand, Uncle Jonathan.
All right. Well, I mean, it sounds like he's following through. The variance of check calling feels pretty gross as well. We're going to check call, then check fold.
I got 12 bigs. Like,
Half
fuck, what do I
ourselves,
do?
but 3. Let's bet.
I mean, my honest answer is I don't put myself in this spot. This is why we folded on the flop. So you don't put yourself in this spot. Or fold the pre, rather.
Well, I'm here all the time. Put ourselves in hell. Let's do it. We're going 100, though.
Or 300.
All right, let's do it.
Well, sticking with the plan, I'm going to keep betting. It feels pretty rough
You
to
hear
know
the
that
pain
when
in
I
his
do bet
voice?
this turn, I'm probably going to be jamming the river. But you have to realize there are a lot of hands that will call the
You know
turn
it
in and
is.
fold the river, like a
You have
4,
to.
like a 6,
pain.
like busted hearts. So I love betting the turn
Yep.
for something like 300,000. And if we do get shoved on the turn, we will, of course, fold. I don't think we want to go tiny. If we go one big blind, I think a river shove will start to look really suspicious. And I do want to apply a lot of pressure on the river if I do decide to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I go 300,000. The opponent thinks for a while and then calls. River's a queen of diamonds. Should we check? Bet 300,000.
Ruh-roh.
Bet
You fucked up,
600,000.
son!
Or go all in.
Fuck.
All right, Tel, can you send me my bedtime story?
Good night, sweetheart. It's time to go.
Oh my God. See in hell, Deku says. Fourth place is good.
Fourth place is good. It was,
Just a pat
a
on the
good
back.
effort.
Start the car. Tuck me in. I love it.
Somebody
Going
call an
from
Uber.
punting 25 big blind to 15. Warm that bitch up. This will look okay on the Hendon, right? That will still look respectable on the Hendon. It's a final table. It looks okay. I didn't need the money anyway.
Right.
All right, what are we doing?
Check, says Jason.
Player
Waving the white flag.
points. Do I get extra tier credits for this final table? Well, everybody shook. Everybody. Well, no, I think everybody's jamming.
I got one check and one jam.
I got everybody's
Everybody else
the-
shook.
I suppose when somebody says start the car, I think you're gonna be going in. Tuck me in. That probably means
Beat
all
you
in as
Whitney,
well.
welcome to the stream. Says check. King X always calls my bluffs here every time. He's got more than just King X though. I'm not saying you should necessarily do something different. I'm just saying.
Check and lose the 10-7 of hearts when he checks
2
back.
blockers straight.
You
So
got to
he
get up
did
and take a
jamming.
walk.
He did call the 300 monkey. White flag for cowboy. White flag for monkey. White flag for Pat.
No leaving the 600K and leaving yourself 3 bigs behind to make the magic spin up. Everybody's jamming, and some people. Tipsy Bearder has actually said, I should have folded. He's going to check and keep some magic chips for the comeback. I mean, if you're checking this, you have 0 bluffs. Molten says so. Molten's the hell out of here.
Oh shit! Even Molten's folding.
No, Molten's jamming.
Oh, okay, that's better. I thought the roll
Yeah,
was
he's
ending.
packing his back. Yeah, he's
Sedhab's all in?
packing his shit up. Of course. Are you really asking that? Sedhab's you
I'm
all
just
in?
making sure the world's in order. Those
Yeah.
guys are folding. I'd be concerned. The apocalypse is here.
I swear Molten Ashes get more aggressive every time I talk to him. Hunting.
Why are you so angry, Molten?
Yeah, every time I talk to this cat. All right. Yeah, I mean, no, we're checking.
Oh, we are.
That's
also-
what Tipsy Bear. I'm never checking. GG. Pack the bags. Get your shit out. I'm not showing this 8-5. If I lose to some busted queen, jack high flush draw or something like that, I quit. What the fuck? This ACR just popped up some video by itself because I had the client open. Great. All right.
You're not the only one that gets chill around here.
God, it's corny. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
GG.
this is the fucking final table, man. Like, you fucking blast us off at the final table. Seems terrible.
Yeah, it does.
All that
man.
ICM work, like, seems
you're gonna
horrible.
You're gonna have that on these bigger jobs.
Not me.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
So you think when he calls the 300, it's
I
just
mean, he
way
called the
too
flop.
low.
Listen,
If I had a heart,
we limped, he checked. He's got the
Okay.
shitty part of his range. Cool. We bet the flop he called. Cool. Whatever. He's still got the
Dip
shitty
it.
parts. He could have draws, all that. We size up on the turn. He calls. We're like, dead. You're fucking
nope,
dead.
he can eat
Is he
shit.
calling the
I'm
turn
out.
with a 4? Is he calling the turn with a 4? When you
He's still gonna have some draws and stuff. Yeah.
What
I mean, the
draws?
problem
You
is,
have an
like,
8 and a 5. Like, you block.
you
all
know
the
it
draws.
sucks. He did say he's a straightforward player. So when you get the straightforward player calling a double barrel kind of big on the turn, it
got a
feels
hand.
fucking gross.
Got a hand.
All right, I'm still punting. Give me out.
All right. It's cool.
Night. Nah, that's really bad.
Dinner's on you.
Yeah, it is. With my fucking
Fourth place,
piss.
buddy.
Fourth, we're about to get
Seventh.
seventh after coming in the chip leader. Oof.
You know why that happened?
All right. Because we punted.
This hand and ace queen. Let's go.
Two punts. Two
Check.
punts. All right. We're Tipsy ain't punting though. He's disciplined. Let's do it. I'm checking.
So is monkey.
Please punt.
This,
Please
in
check.
my mind, is a trivially easy all-in. We have a blocker to the straight, which is relevant. We do not block the flush draws,
Never check.
which is great. The
Never
opponent could
can
easily
you.
have a 6, they could easily have a 4, they could easily have a 3. And I could easily have a king.
Never
So
can
I think
you.
all of that here makes me have to go all in. Now, if there's some world where you think your opponent's going to fold a hand, a 6 or worse to 300,000 bet, then 300,000 could very easily just be better. Because if you bet 300,000 and the opponent folds a 6, well, that's mainly what we're trying to get them to fold, because we're not trying to get them to fold a king or a queen. Not that they have very many queens, unless it's queen of hearts something. So if we're trying to get them to fold out a 6, a 4, or 3, and they'll actually fold that to a small bet, then a small bet becomes quite good. And maybe that's your opponent, maybe it's not. I don't know about this player, so I think my default in this scenario is going to be to shove all in with a king and better, maybe even a queen and better if I somehow have it. But I definitely like shoving in this scenario, especially with this type of hand that does not block their flush draws. We shove, and they call... Oh, no, they fold. Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's
He
good.
even said they call.
So we won this hand, but then...
Oh.
Did he not remember? Did he
Very next hand.
misremember?
Well, very
Four?
ordered later. Disaster struck. Cutoff raise.
Oh, didn't he-
Small blind called.
Then the very
I
next
had
hand, he
kings, made
showed-
an easy shove it all in.
I ran into aces.
We ran into aces. And that ended my tournament. I took 4th place for $29,000. Not too bad for a $1,000 buy-in
Oh, it
tournament.
was fourth. Why did it?
I'm generally happy with the result.
Good job, JL. We take those force. We take those. And then he got cooler off the planet and deleted from the server. So very good. That was a fun quiz. That was a good ass quiz. We got a 27.
Except they should have folded on the flop, pre-flop. Except for
Nah.
Damn, you know what's
Nope.
crazy? Is that we did pretty good. We got a 1
We got a one here
checking-
too.
for checking on the river. And beat
So
you
we-
by 1 point! 28!
Damn, you were bad. You just got river tips.
Monkey!
Oh, piss. You actually got river by Monkey Man.
Yowza!
Oh, piss. Yeah.
Let's go!
Quiz or hitting bad beat story. Ooh. That's a yeah. Is
Ow!
JL telling bad beat stories now? Is that what's going on here?
All right, new keyword. How do you spell Puntington Little?
No, God, no. Stop it.
All right, keyword dog shit rag.
No. Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Like, what? Are you really? What's wrong with you? This guy is out of control this morning. Holy shit. You got a keyword? You got a real one, a non-troll keyword, or what?
Shit.
JL bad beat. JL bad beat. Somebody's typing in. I kind of like it. Fine. Uncle JL.
Mine were better.
JL bad beat.
Mine were better.
It was no. He's smoking that shit. Who toe?
Smoking that shit, only crack.
if you buy that shit,
And
you mean
only on
crack
weekends.
cocaine.
Only crack
Yes.
and only on weekends.
The JL Bad Beat is in the chat. Make sure to get that in there.
I'll hook you up with the subscription, Monkey.
There it is. We'll find another quiz, which is great. Whoops. Let's click that.
You pick the quiz while I'm taking care of this, please.
All right, yeah. And also, while he's taking care of that,
Oh, here comes the
like
show.
we always do, the show for the study groups, man. These things are fun as hell. I love doing this, man. I look
We had a
forward to
massive
doing.
group on Thursday.
Yeah, we have like 25 people in a study group, all there for 4 hours trying to get better, asking questions. You know, it's for the community and it's completely free. So all these here, Tuesday, cash game study group here. It starts at 12:15, and then Thursday, the tournament study group here. And we always mix it up, hand history reviews, solver work. We work on the fundamentals. It's a good time, man. I want to make sure everybody's welcome, all skill levels. We talk poker. And we're just there trying to get better, you know. I enjoy it, and we go from 12:15 to about 3:30 p.m. 2 times a week in that group, Eastern. So yeah, make sure if you're interested in joining, you can just get in the PC Discord. There it is, PC. A lot of my guys are that joined the group are in here, so good people. It's a great time. So
it's not on Twitch. It's on Discord there, suited to booted. You can get to the Discord link from my chat here. There's the Discord link for it. Not only do we have 6 study groups in there a week, plus including the Thursday one that 6 is hosts and I help co-host. It's all recorded. All 6 of them are recorded all week long. There's a study groups room. The replayer links are posted in the study groups room. And if you can't make it live, then you can always watch the replayer, timestamp it, post it in the hand history room where Sixes and I coach there as well. And you'll get your answers that way. So 100% free. It is. We always say the same thing because it's true. They pay us to say this. However, it's true. It is the best free content available to you.
Yeah,
Hands
we try our
down.
hardest to make it like that.
$0.
All the efforts.
So go out there and get it.
All right. You want to pick a quick? No, we can do. Is it solver practice time?
I am down.
Solver practice. 2078.
I'm not scared.
Me either.
2078.
Yes. Solver practice. All right. I'm gonna roll it, and we'll see who we get. Nice job last time, Tipsy. You
What an
barely got
honor. Are you British, Monkey May? The way you spelled honor?
Skater die. Oh shit! Look who it is. And this is tournament work, sir. So good luck.
You're really
We're
lucky
gonna need
there,
to run
Peace
good.
Out Pat. It's
What up, champ?
It's not free in that we do get paid, but it's free for you guys. So go get it.
Skater die like a little brother or a little cousin.
This is
All right,
one
brother,
like
make it happen.
Giving noogies to and
Yeah,
And
yeah. It's like
birds.
he was like a little brother or a little cousin to me for some reason.
oh, you're dead.
Oh wait a minute, 2078. Yeah, we're doing.
It doesn't matter who you picked.
tournament
You're
stuff.
dead.
Bah, who?
It's Contrast. He's here for his weekly $5.
This cat
Every
is
week.
every
Every week, $5 to Contrast.
He figured out some glitching.
Yeah, I set
excuses,
PayPal on
probability.
auto. I just set PayPal on auto pay. I just set him $5 a week. It doesn't even. He doesn't even have to show up.
All right, I'm ready to click it whenever you are. We're gonna do 2078. It's solver practice from our friend James Romero, one of the best in the world.
At least we gave him the hard
And,
one. At least we gave him solver practice. We got a shot.
You come to these study groups every week, so you should have a idea. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Action
I think
folds to
that it's gonna be
UTG7. What
worse.
percentage of
Oh,
hands
okay.
should be opened here?
All right, folds to the button. This is not about what you do with the ace queen. This is about how much of your range in total are you opening from the button. That's true.
Person
That's
the chance
totally
to be
true,
opening
Brad.
here.
Contrast goes to the local 7-Eleven and buys a Slurpee and a hot dog on Toe's dime every week. It's true. He gets that Slurpee money every week.
Yep, UTG1.
Beachy Bluntly is at 15. Marlin and Cowboy at 27. From the... Oh, my bad,
It's
my
not
bad.
the button.
My bad. I fail
It's
court
not-
awareness. It's not the button. It's opening from the undergun 1.
Oh, you can't see the answers on my bad. There we go.
What percent are we opening from under the gun 1? My bad. Good. Who got the court awareness? Praying. Fucking mod extraordinaire. That's why he's here. He's here to
Ram
help
Gaming.
steer the shit show.
He used to win every week for a long time, like Contrast, but Contrast just pulled away and just never loses.
19% for C-Stars. 15%.
19 for John motherfucking Silva. 23 for Molten.
Marlon said
19
under
for
the gun
Victor,
one
23.
is 1%, but he mistyped. He definitely typoed. 50 bigs under the gun 90% says Contrast. 19.
Them cats are getting it in. It's been rough, buddy. You made some comment about how I won every week and jinxed that shit. Yeah, it's been a month since.
Coolard.
God, this spot ain't. I mean, all right, 27 for set habs.
Not the button, the end of the gun. God, I'm trying to picture
Yeah,
like
this-
how much of the range.
It's easy to picture, right? It's like fucking like
Yeah,
ace
the
10,
picture is cool,
O
but then you're
plus,
like,
ace
is that
2 or
23?
ace
Is that
3?
19? Is that
Yeah,
what
the
is that?
number is. I mean,
19% for Marlon.
if we try to visualize how much of the square it consumes, it can't be 27%. It can't be almost a quarter. We're not opening up a quarter of the fucking range from +1. There's no way. So Skater Die went 23%. Final answer. Cool.
Is that screen name? It's Eddie though. I think that's you. 50%.
50%.
15.
Oh, 15. Okay, cool.
This is not
What is your guy going over there? We are at Skate is going.
We're going 19 here with
23.
Contrast. I don't know
Golly.
exactly what the number is. 19 just, it might be right. Like everybody said 19 and Contrast said 19. So immediately I'm like, maybe it's 19. But
If you think about,
seems small. I was
No, it
thinking
doesn't.
23.
if you think about like what our under the gun opening range is, isn't it like
suited
fuck-
ace X,
Tris-
suited paint, all pair? Well, not most pairs.
and then ace 10 O plus,
And
and
then
then
ace 10 O
suited 9.
plus.
That's not much.
Suited nines. That's like 23% now. 19 seems like a little skimpy.
You don't
big
even
number.
get. It might even be like. I was thinking it was like 17% or something
Well,
like
it's
that.
Odin, so it's somewhere between.
Because under the gun normally is like 16, 15.5, 16, depending if you keep ace deuce and ace 3 in there, because you never have 2s and 3s. You never have ace deuce, ace 3. And then you have ace 10 off plus, because you're not opening ace 9. And then you're not opening jack 9 always. Dude, this range is tight as fuck.
Suited paint, king 9, queen 9.
What does it look like? I was guessing like it would be 17.5% or something. I'm just throwing. It's definitely 23 is way too aggressive. It cannot be 23%. It's either 19 or 15.
Don't be a wimp.
Are you looking at it?
Go to
Are
the
you
gym
looking?
every goddamn day and you're scared to open a measly 23% out of the gun.
It's not. Yep.
You ain't tough.
Knit. True. Knit.
Soft.
Knit. Actually a knit. Masquerading as somebody loose.
All right.
All right.
19% we're going. Let's find out.
We're going 23.
19%.
Can't be. I'm gonna say 17.
All right, let's do it.
Please God, what is this?
20% of hands.
Okay.
King 6 suited plus. King 10 off plus.
Ace 10
All
off.
pocket pairs.
The important
and
thing is we called the range,
10
right?
8, 9 8.
Yeah, you know what it is. God, wait a minute. I want to see it, but fuck it.
We have ace queen off on the button.
Never doubt
We
contrast.
Call. We can 3-bet this sometimes.
GTO Wizard at 20%.
3-betting more unplayable hands pre-flop. Ace jack off.
It's hard to visualize,
Ace 10
man.
off. Ace X suited. And some Broadway offsuit hands. What is an easy flop simplification strategy for under the gun 7 here?
Don't say
Betting
under the gun
small
7.
with
I
range
hate that
or
shit.
checking with range?
I hate that shit. It's so hard. Like, just be normal and call it the motherfucking button. Or not. Or, you know, like,
Yeah.
call it the cutoff. Under the gun 6.
No, he's talking about EP here.
I'm just talking like, under the gun 6. Get the fuck out of here.
I knew it. Yeah, skate. It's okay. I mean, to get it exactly right, like I can't even visualize the exact percentage, and he's using a different.
How many points was
program
23%?
and Stuff. 28 points. Something
Yeah,
like right there,
Fine. It's right there.
crushing it.
And the important thing is you should know these numbers in general. However, if you're a few ticks off here, a few ticks off there, it's generally not a big deal.
As long as you
And
can
as long
visualize.
as you can name the range like we did, that's what matters.
I mean, King 10-0. That King 10-0 open looks fucking.
We got some controversy here. Sea Stars, Meatball, Joey all checking with range. Prayin saying bet range. You have an advantage with her against the open in position call and get to see flop. So naturally you have a stronger range. Contrast says early position check range. Do a lot of checking out of position multi-way. No need to get check raised. Check.
Interesting. Under the gun one shit. Okay, so Skate Sam bet.
Check for Shark. Contrast says checking range.
Yep.
Although he says multi-way, we are not multi-way.
We're not multi-way.
You are heads up contrast.
HU.
Early position versus button.
All right. Check range for Tipsy. John's checking range. So yeah, I'm seeing
Contrast,
a
stick with
bunch
it.
more
Check
check
range.
range. And then Set Habs is betting range and Skater Dies betting range. Two guys I talk poker with constantly doing what I wouldn't do. What the piss?
Interesting.
Check. Wait a minute. From under the gun one on this board, on ace high.
Earlier opened, the later the call, the more
Oh, the button.
we're C betting. I think it might be small bet range here.
I thought it would be check range.
I would check a lot, but on an ace high board, early position versus late position, I can see.
But they still just
small
have
bet.
ace queen flats. I could see it as well. I'm torn. I would fucking think it would be check, but
I would check range
This
and
is
cut off.
where-
I would check range in the hijack. I would check range in the low jack.
it's the EP dynamic versus button. That's where of all the
That's
spots
where we have the
when
most
do
C bets
get
out of
to
position.
that's a bet, but
That's what
for simply
that's my head
but we get the most C bets, but when it comes to our entire range, I still
Still
think
checking a lot.
we're still gonna have hands in that range that we still would just purely check. And then we're gonna split. It's not like we would just turn everything into a bet, even though we get to bet the most. So that's why I still say check range, because the strategy isn't as simple as you get to bet every single portion, every single hand from under the gun there. That's what the way I
I'm
visualize.
specifically trying not to see check completely out of position every time. So right now, I would probably see bet this board. If you told me it was check, I mean, that's my natural instinct. I'm
Yep.
literally leveling because of the early position versus button situation.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like all those hands couldn't prefer to check as well, even though some higher portion equity hands in there
Especially
could
on
just
this
bet.
board.
But I'm good. Yeah.
We have ace king, we have aces, they don't.
I think no Skate's betting as well. So let's see what he says here. He's going to show us real quick, which is
We're
super
checking.
fun, and we're betting small. All right, we did it.
So on most boards, when we raise
Check
out of position
range.
and
Oh,
in
most
position
boards.
player
I thought he was talking about this
flats,
board specifically.
in a heads up pot, we can
All right,
play
so
a
keep
simplified
natural.
strategy of
This
just
board specifically, I would see bet.
checking range, especially on a board like this where
Oh, he's a check
our
this one
ace X
especially.
doesn't really need much protection on the flop. So under the gun checks, what's the worst value hand that button should bet here the majority of the time?
Hallelujah. What's the worst hand you should be
Give us a-
betting
give us a-
here most of the time? Hmm. Funny, the ace king's there and a flat at pot. In a non-3 bet pot. He still has the ace king there.
That's why he's checking.
I mean,
Because
does he
Button's got
really
some
have that
ace
ace king in
flats?
his flatting range?
Nah, never, ever, ever.
Ain't none of the games I played.
Pumpkin King, what up? Welcome to the
Actually,
chat.
somebody got me with that shit a week ago or someone's like, how the fuck?
Nah. Get the fuck out of here.
That app's taking a bot and just using it. Ace Jack is the consensus right now. Some ace tens and ace jacks.
Worst hand button should be betting is Ace Queen, says Contrast, because under the gun range is so damn strong.
Under the gun one player has a lot of pockets
Ace
in his
jack,
range that
ace
are
queen,
lower than the ace. So you don't need protection from that, right? Set apps. The ace 8 of clubs. Dave's boy says ace 10 and Grateful Rich with ace 10 as well. Skater Die says ace queen. Cool.
I'm on Global a lot. So much they put me on the homepage. Poor people have to look at this face every day when you sign in. I'm sorry. I had nothing to do
Ace
with it.
Jack for John. All right. We're going ace queen for skate. And what are you guys doing over
We
there?
are ace queen for contrast. In my
yeah,
pajamas, monkey. I'm in them right now. Yeah, for sure.
No, I was thinking I'm kind of on board because the rest of these aren't getting 3 streets of value. You have 2 street of value hands. They don't need a lot of protection. And you're just going to get 2 streets or get them to bluff into you next 2 streets and you pot control. So if I bet ace 10, can I really bet it fucking 3 times? Bet flop, bet turn, and river with this? No. Ace queen's the top of my range. And I think these will help protect. The ace 10s and ace jack help protect my check back range in this spot. On turns, and I get 2 bigger streets of value, and my range is a little bit more disguised. So I would mostly be checking ace 10, even some ace jack. Ace queen's the top, and we can get value from a lot worse. Ace X, the ace jack, and ace 10s that he probably checks range with. So I say ace queen here. I guess if we have ace king, obviously we're going to be betting that every time. So yeah. That's the way I visualize this situation. Like, I'm going to get 2 bigger streets of value with ace jack, and he checks the top of his range, almost all of it. So, yep.
Yes. I mean, ace jack might be in
Maybe,
there, but
yeah, I was close.
But like ace queen is where I'm at too. Absolutely, for all those same reasons.
It feels pretty good to check ace jack here. I don't know what I would have no fear in like, oh, they're gonna bluff into me, and I'm gonna get 2 bigger streets of value. Like, it's cool. And my range looks weak, so it's cool.
I'm with it.
Yep. We're gonna go ace queen. That's what Skate says. I agree. Let's see if we can open this up and bet wider. I'm always wanting to get more value. So
King
if he
nine,
says
C
go
stars.
ace 10, ace jack, I don't mind. So let's do it.
Question before we do it. Oh damn.
So the worst
Yeah.
value hand here that we see being
Nailed
bet
it.
at about
Bang, bang.
50% of the time or more is ace queen. All worst hands, ace jack, ace 10, all ace x suited hands are going to be checked the majority of the time on this flop. And that's for 2 reasons. Reason 1, under the gun is still going to have a decently strong range. He's supposed to have a decently strong range and be checking a lot of his stronger hands here on the flop to the in-position player. Reason number 2 being that ace jack, ace 10 type of hands don't get to bet 3 streets for value and also don't need a lot of protection. So they aren't missing out on a lot of value by betting this flop. They can still get that value by betting turn and river for 70% pot each. Reason number 3 is because we want to leave some stronger hands in our check backing ranges in general.
Protect your deck.
So that the under the gun player can't double barrel with impunity after we check back on the flop. So for all those reasons, we see ace queen only being bet a little under half the time here, actually. So what is the worst value hand that should be raised here?
Damn, I'm ready to start playing 10K.
Oh shit.
Holy fuck. Let's go.
It's funny you said this because I was going to ask before we clicked it, like, what would you do with your 9x? Because that does need a little more protection. But we saw on the solver, like, just checking it. Don't be scared. Or maybe be scared. However you want to look at it. All right, guys. Question is, what is the worst value hand under the gun one should be check raising most of the time?
Oh, you got your equipment, huh? Let me see this helmet. Football season starting.
Oh, damn, look at that kid. Looking strong.
All right, go. Looks good. I like those names.
Putting the fear. He had his mean mug on and everything.
All right.
You teaching him
What
to
it gonna be?
You teaching him to shoot on other football players on the line?
Running back. He's a running back. Nasty as hell running back. And
So, no shooting. He's got a sprawl.
yeah.
Running back.
I tried to have him in wrestling. Wifey wasn't having it. I had him in wrestling toe. She wasn't having it. She couldn't take having the wrestling meets all Sunday when he gets like 2 matches and you're there for 6
Sitting there
hours.
all day. That's the life. It's almost like tournament life, right? Maybe that's how we like the tournament life. We sit around for 6 hours waiting for
I'd be
the
there
hand.
all day watching match. She was so tilting for it. Have a 30-second match and you're there for another fucking. She couldn't take it. All right. What's the worst one? I'm sorry, got distracted. Let's see. Some ace king, ace king, ace king. Ray Janelle comes in and says the 9 to 9.
This sounds a little crazy, but my mom, all in good fun, had this little voodoo doll that
Yes.
she made. It was like a nondescript
Oh
little
yeah,
voodoo
you
doll.
tell me about that.
And my mom used to sit in the stands, and against my opponent, she would like taunt the other wrestlers.
That's wild.
Ace king for all
don't-
the reasons we said about the ranges, says Contrast. That is the worst hand in his range. No ace.
What's the worst
nine,
hand you should check raise here,
no
Reginald? That's
set
it.
of
I'm sorry.
nines. I guess ace king is worse than those. Not ace queen.
Running back, John.
Ace queen for Poker King. Ace king for Jelly and Cowboy. Meatball going ace queen. Praying going ace queen.
Ace queen. All right. I got distracted.
Monkey says ace jack, but only with the ace of clubs. Ace queen, ace queen. Wonder if
Skate, what are you
more of
doing?
The club.
What's your worst hand here,
That's a
Skate?
good
I don't
question,
see it.
Monkey, actually. Probably
Oh, okay.
more. More with the club or more without a club?
Keep it
more
moving,
with
Skate.
the club, so you can pick up equity on the turn.
AK.
Not good
hell.
hands. That was for
Oh,
wrestling. I
hell
was a
no.
wrestler for a long time, Snake.
What do you mean with the pick something? You got 30 seconds. We've been sitting here for 3 minutes. You out here booming out asking what the question is? No, I don't believe this. Actually boomed out.
They put ace down on the
AK.
end there, praying
Cool. My
to mess
man.
with your mind.
All right, cool, my man. Literally. All right. Ace king for the Skate's good.
Ace king for Contrast as well.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
It's probably ace king. It could be ace queen. It's probably ace king.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think it could be ace queen because ace queen's going to be the top of the button's real life flatting range, and they shouldn't have any ace king ever. So then that leaves the ace tens, jacks, like all the worst value hands. So I would say ace king might have a small frequency. Obviously, ace king's like a slam dunk. But generally, like this is the top of our range, and it blocks. He doesn't have ace king, and it blocks the top of his flatting range. So, yep, I would say ace queen might have a small frequency in there, and then for sure, ace king is just too easy. So I would say ace queen.
Yeah, I'm cool with ace queen.
All right.
It's ace queen or ace king. It's right there.
Well,
We're
I
going ace
just think
king.
like, yeah, just in real life, he doesn't have an ace king flat, so this is the nuts.
Sure. I think in
Yeah.
practice, ace queen is fine. Like absolutely, 100% fine.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna go ace king here, and then just play it safe.
Here we go.
All right, I'm ready. Yep.
Under the gun has a very passive strategy here, facing a bet from
Ace
the
king.
imposition
Look
player.
at all that
It has a
green.
little
Really
bit in
only
there.
ace king is
they
going to
never
be
have
raised
ace
on
king
this
flop.
flop,
Even
and
ace
the
king
rest of the
mixing.
ace X's will be
Yep.
called. Ace X's don't need a lot of
Easy.
protection, and the other benefit
nine
of just
doesn't check
calling with
raise
a hand
much.
like ace queen ace jack is that under the gun can protect his check calling range versus aggression on future streets from the button. Under the gun calls facing 1/3. The hero double barrels his ace queen. Are any ace X hands folded on this turn?
Funny, slow play two pair. Like I would never slow play two pair here. It's interesting. I would check raise two pair and 9-9 exclusively. Just trying to stack that ace X.
Who's folding top pair on a turn? Going once.
Beep beep beep.
Going
Time bank.
twice. Never, John says. It's close, Milton says. Nope.
That's the question, PokerShark.
That's the question.
Any kicker? Are you folding any kicker on the turn?
There is no whole question. Are you folding any ace X hands on a turn? That's the question.
Contrast
Nopers
says,
has been declared.
Hell no.
Hell to the no.
Two of spades
to the
changes
no,
nothing.
no. Hell to the
Shark's
no,
got some
no.
ace X folds.
To the no,
Cowboy
no.
says nah.
Said said nope. Everybody's saying nopes. Raging Owl said depends.
Ooh, what?
The Raging Owl.
Al's not all in? The fuck? With any ace X?
Nope.
He's learning.
So I have 0 folds with an ace.
Ace 6, folding ace 6, question mark? Ace 6, ace 7, ace 8, says these stars. Sixes hates ace-6 and ace-7. I'm not saying he folds them here, but if he's got folds, those would be them.
They're pretty rough. The
Jelly
answer
says yes. He's got some ace-X follows. Villain fire at the flop and 2/3 on a blank turn. Scary.
We say skate ain't folding one. Is your guy folding
Neither
one?
is contrast.
Cool. Nope.
I mean, reminds me of that meme from Cop Out with Tracy Morgan where he's like, no, 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 never, no.
No,
No, we can't.
let's
There's
see.
too many draws out there. We have top pair. You're calling a top pair to the river. Like, fuck it always. Call top pair. What the fuck?
Well, let's start being aware of the price that he's laying us, and then like if he uses some other sizings and things like that, sure. Oh, but I do feel like here, maybe the EV gets close and gets neutral, but I don't foresee us just folding. Check call, check fold. No. So let's see. Days Boy says yes. I'm gonna say no, but let's see what his soft show.
Let's do it.
I'm no here.
No ace-X is supposed to be folded on this turn by the under the gun player. There are
How many
quite
questions
some
are in this
varying
quiz?
values of the different
He's working his
ace-X's
ass
in
off.
under the gun's
How many
range.
tens does
A
contrast have
hand
to
like
get?
ace-6 suited through ace-8 suited is only worth 1/3 of a big blind here,
Yeah, see,
whereas
it's not worth
a hand
much.
like ace-3, ace-4, ace-jack is worth closer to 4 big blinds. So if the player is very, very tight, you can look to fold some of that ace-6 through ace-8 region.
Ooh,
But
nailed
in
it. Who
general,
said
never
that?
folding an ace on this
C-Stars.
turn.
Legend.
7 of spades on the river.
But it's still printing.
So what's the most commonly used bet size here from the
He
button with
specifically
his
named those three
range,
hands.
regardless of his hand? What bet size is mostly used here from the dealer button?
Oh, what the? Oh, what the? What size? I mean, he didn't even trick you and give you some small shit. This time it's all realistic sizings.
We don't have small bets on the river in position.
Yep. But he didn't even try to trick us this time. Some people would have fell for it. But is it 75, 125, or 50?
I still think there's some tricks in this answer. Who's getting fooled? Shark says 75. Monkey May I comes out with 75.
What's wrong with me? Oh, God. Set house says 50%.
50 for Cowboy as well.
What is the most used bet size? Not for the hand, guys. Not for this specific hand, but on the river getting to this spot is how I presume we're
Contrast
using it.
125.
Launch
all in.
it. Launch it with the cash.
Specifically because he got this wrong previously in a quiz.
Oh, man. These cats are launching it. Well, this is the big show.
I have all three answers in my chat right now.
I have everything, of course. I have all. 50, 75, 125. 50, 75,
Aces is
shove.
drooling. I mean, if he's got aces, you're just going to lose a big pot here with ace
All right,
queen.
Skate says
Tis what it
50%.
be. 75 for stars. Pop! Even though it's not here for Poker King.
You know what time it is. We went already. You know what time. Dude, you know it.
Good night, sweetheart. Yeah,
I'm jamming.
we're all in. We got ace
Whatever
queen
we
on
get
ace
here
five,
with, and he
bricky
1,
ass
2,
board.
3, and we check. If you have the two pair that you
He's got
showed
no
up
3,
with
4.
here,
He's got no 6-8 in his range. I'm
So-
gonna fuck.
no, it's not about the hand. And I'm just thinking about all the iterations in which you get here with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've called twice. You either have ace X, busted draw. You either have the goods, or you have a missed. You're going to be polar. So I'm saying 125.
And
when
you probably
get
don't
to
have
the
his
spot.
beat at this
So it's a
point, 'cause
polarized spot when he gets here and he checks. Where your range is either going to have missed fucking draws or two pairs at the top of your range with the ace X. If you are betting,
We
125.
check called top 2 on the flop out of position. I wonder what we do when we face the double barrel on the turn when we have ace 9. Do we raise there? Or does he still
Probably
have
don't
two
need much
pairs range?
protection. I mean, yeah, you probably don't need.
That's
You
why I'm
do
asking.
wonder if the river comes a club, do you lose equity versus the top of his range, right? So you
I mean,
wanna
I
just-
have the ace of clubs, so he can never have the nut flush. So.
I'm just calling. Yeah. I think when you miss here, you would need to jam, and then when you have the top of your range and shit like that, you would need to jam when you actually reopen the action. So 125 for me. That's the way I see it. it's going to be a polar spot.
I'm all into.
Cool. We are going 50%. I don't know if I'm wanting to reopen the action when I get here for 50. Maybe it does get called by worse, but
You're just not getting max value.
Yeah. All right, let's go 50. That's what Skate's doing.
Let's find out.
You ready?
So the solver in general likes to bet large or
There's
check
another
as
question?
the in-position player closing action on the river.
God
And that
damn.
is because there's a cost associated with reopening action. So in this
Never
hand
opening for 50.
specifically, the solver does only go all in or check. Ace queen makes it into that all in range, and ace jack is going to be checked. Out of position, you'll see doing a lot more smaller betting in general, and because that's because that cost of reopening action just isn't there. So weaker hands can bet smaller for value, and don't have to worry about getting raised because they could have been bet into anyways. So ace queen shoves. What percentage of our ace x is calling on this
God.
river? As under the gun player, what percentage of the under the guns ace x will be calling facing an overbet shove on this river?
This quiz was so long, it was a one quiz stream.
Dude, this is the most. Is this the longest quiz we've ever
This
had
is
with
the
this
longest
many?
quiz in
I think
history.
we broke
And
a record
here's the
today.
fucking rub.
How many
We put
years
contrast
has it
in.
been?
We give him fucking solver practice. We give him 18 questions in solver practice, and this motherfucker has straight 10s right now. Which
Really?
means he needs to take this stream over. I think we both need to retire, and Contrast needs to run this stream starting next week and take over.
The
This
Contrast
motherfucker is
show.
hired. What
Damn,
the
son.
fuck? Crazy.
Somebody bankroll this kid.
I'm telling you.
Somebody bankroll this kid. Golly.
I don't even know what the question is right now. I'm just in shock and awe.
All right. 60%
He's
of
like
the
a
ace X
fucking-
needs to call the jam.
LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, love child, just hitting swishes all day from half court.
30.
All right, what's the
60,
question? What percent of our ace X
60.
calls on the river from the out of position player? He's in hell. Contra
I
says
missed
just over half.
30
A lot of
as
missed
fifth.
draws, so 60%.
Sedhab says 100%. The only
Six times.
one.
30%.
But I'm still at 60.
Jelly says at least 60. Ace 9, Ace 5, Ace 2, Ace 7, all calls. Ace King, Ace Queen, and Ace Jack. Call it.
Fuck me.
30 for Shark.
Somebody
Solver practice are always the hardest quiz, Pete's out. Like, always. Always the hardest quizzes. It's
If
good
you
practice.
called 100% of your ace X on the turn with them starting to become indifferent in the river, when you can't call 100 on the river, fuck me. God damn. 60. Yeah, this is a tough one. Where did Contrast
he's
go? I'm
talking
just going to
about-
copy him. Where did Contrast go? I'm going to copy him.
He said 60%.
Oh, 60% it
There's
is.
a lot of draws missed.
And we were already starting to fold some on the turn as well. Where the EV got pretty thin on the turn. He says
Yeah,
somewhere
I
printing about
imagine we gotta
so
fold
versus
the
the
ace
1
six, ace
3,
seven,
we have
ace
to
eight
fold
now.
maybe like those and calling like God. Are we only calling like ace 10? Is it 30% of the ace X you need to call with now because you can't call ace 3, ace 4, ace 6, ace 8, anything that's not a two pair, or there's enough to make a two pair to make it 60 plus the best. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. Could you have ace 9, 5, deuce, and 7 that made two pairs? You have ace, king, queen, jack,
Yeah,
and 10
it's
as well that you
six-
probably call with, and then
yeah,
everything
6,
else is a
8.
fold. Is that 60%?
I think so.
It's hard. If
Kinda
you
wrong
how,
leaning.
yeah. All right, let's do it. 60 for sure. Then Grateful says 30. I'm wondering if it's 30 if all these two pairs plus ace, king, queen, and jack make 30% and 10. So it's hard to visualize. But we're going 30%. That's what Skate's doing, and good luck us. I'm clicking it.
Let's do it. For the Omega Swish!
About
He did it.
60%.
Mama,
of
there goes that
underguns
man
ace X is
again.
gonna be calling
The
this
Omega
river.
Swish,
It's going
he
to
cannot be beat.
important to unblock his bluffs. His bluffs will be hands like 8-10, 10 jack, queen 10. So a hand like ace 3, ace 4 is going to be a better call here
so you are calling
than
ace
ace
3, ace
8
4.
or ace 10. And then also remember that hero's value range here doesn't even contain ace jack, ace 10. So when we're deciding to hero call with a hand like ace jack versus ace 4, our kicker doesn't really matter. What's more important is the blocker here.
Cool. He said ace 10 days, not queen 10. That was sick as hell. We got a 59, and I know you got a 70, 80?
A fucking 70. He swished the Omega
Dude.
swish.
Skate, very good job, man. The 60 with this many. You did a lot of great. I mean, you were close a lot. So very good, man. That was very good. And this was one of the toughest quizzes that we've had, honestly. Maybe ever, of all the quizzes I ever remember. So this was sick. Good job, buddy.
How?
And a lot of you guys were close to nailing it as well. Some of you guys got perfect scores, just guessing it, or you weren't the contestant. So good job to you guys as well.
How?
All right. New keyword. Good job, Contrast. Well done, buddy. What up, Spirit? Good morning. Or good afternoon.
All right.
You got a
The
keyword?
keyword in my stream is contrast goat. Contrast goat, all one word.
All right. Contrast goat. There it is.
I appreciate the praise there, contrast, but it's you doing the work, homie. Like, holy shit.
Did I
This
spell his
was
name wrong?
The hardest
Oh, I
quiz we've
forgot
ever
to take.
done. And I think arguably, I don't even know if it's arguably, the greatest
Contrast
performance
goat.
we've ever seen on the stream. Like,
Oh, shit. Jellyfish. Thank you for the
Holy
33 months, man. Family. I appreciate that.
Ray Ray.
We miss you in the study
house.
groups.
What up, cousin Ray Ray?
Get back in those study groups, my friend. Hopefully we see you this week.
Wow. All right, you want to do Evan Jarvis?
We're doing a hand hit.
2077?
2077, sure. I think we're going to do a hand history review. Try to get 200 hands review in the cash game this week. Cash game study group. So I think that'll be fun, man. We learn a lot in those. And we get to see a lot of different situations. So that'll be fun. Damn, look at that contrast. You ever think you would have like thousands of people spamming your name in chat, man? What a life.
Deserves it. Put that
what-
motherfucker on a pedestal.
Did we pick a quiz yet? Did you?
Ray Ray,
Or
what
we
are you
just
trying to sign
looking?
up for? What we're doing right now, your first time in this stream because you only come to Global.
Contrash.
So, Ray Ray, the way this works, buddy, is we're going to put the keyword in like you just did. I'm going to draw a winner from my stream. Six is going to draw a winner from his stream. And then whoever the winner is, they're going to
You're
compete
awful.
taking this quiz. Whoever gets the highest score against each other in this quiz gets $5. Just that simple.
Congrats, Jelly. You've been busy with the building your business. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Keep it up. Fuck the study groups.
Constant
Build that
in the
empire.
house. My
Take
man,
over
whatever.
Amazon. Take over Amazon. Fuck them. You got it. Somebody said contrash. Ray Janelle, you're awful.
How dare you?
How dare
How
you?
dare you?
Talk to our hero like that.
Disrespect the 70-point swish.
All right. Which one do we pick? You want to do? We said we were going to do an Evan.
2077. Evan.
Yep, we can do that. Getting
Peace out says,
led
go to
into
memorize
with
all the
the
flop
ladies.
charts eventually. The answer is yes and no. You always
No.
want to have a good
Dude.
understanding of a general idea where you are on the range charts, and then you can expand or contract based on your player. And if you're off by a pip here or a pip there, it's not a big deal, but you kind of want to be in the ballpark, right? Because if you're way the fuck out, there's a lot of issues there.
Don't be trying to play like no damn charts. Your opponents don't play
But a
like
lot
the
of it
charts,
is,
so you're going to get wrecked.
Yeah, and a lot of it's
Right.
pattern recognition. Like you see a board, you instantly know good turn, bad turn, big bet, small bet. You get that from studying and putting the reps in and seeing these solutions and charts thousands and thousands of times.
All right, I'm running it. Grateful Rich has won the giveaway. My
New
dude.
to the stream, Cowboy Customs up on deck, my man.
All right, I also have ACR open on the side so I can send people their shits right away if you win. But we got to book a W.
Woo woo.
All right, Grateful Rich, you know the drill, my dude. And we're going to do a cash game quiz where we're getting led into with the ladies. So 2077. I'm ready when you are.
Let's rock it.
Hello,
First answer is
Poker
gonna be
Coaching members.
250 or
Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com.
We might
coming
have
at you
to
with another
speed
cash game
run.
quiz.
Because
Today
he
we're playing
has to
some
stop doing it.
51 no limit hold'em over
wait a
on
minute.
Poker Stars.
God, come on.
We've got a very short stack in the small blind. We've got a rec from a bunch of previous quizzes you'll probably recognize.
you.
We have a couple of regs as well who are just joining the table. Action folds to us in the cutoff with a pair of black ladies, the queens. What should we do? Should we fold, call, raise to $250, or raise to $3?
All right, so we're opening. Let's move on.
Hold on. 1 second. Two or three, the same.
Yeah.
But we just have to listen just in case he has some context on the players and, so whatever you want to do.
250 is standard. 3 is fine. Both are 10 points. We move on.
We have a smaller stack here, so maybe that changes things a little bit, but
Sure.
yeah. 3x
Queens,
for the Grateful Rich. And you're not going to be dinged for this. Let's just go.
Absolutely premium hand, top 4 hand in the entire game of No Limit Texas Hold'em. We're never folding. We're never just calling. We're building this pot. Whether you're going $250 or $3, you're getting 10 points either way. Both are totally fine. I'm always going $250 in this spot, and with the slightly less than 100 big blind stacks, that's even more reason to go on the smaller side. But if you like going 3x, that's totally cool. Big blind defends. Flop is 8 of spades, deuce of spades, 7 of clubs, and our opponent leads into us for a little bit less than half pot. So action on you, facing a donk bet on an 8 deuce 7 flush draw and straight draw board. What should you do? Should you fold, call, raise to 750, or raise to 1250?
Ruh-roh. Dunked into. What'd it do? 7.5 for the Carter. 12 for Moulton. 7.5. Any calls? He has fold there. Uh-oh. He's only leading sets in
Did
2
you say
pair.
that this donk lead isn't a thing, and don't do this, people, if you have an 8 or a flush draw? It's bad. Did he mention that yet?
12. No one dunks into the queens.
Yuck, says Yuck. I don't give a fuck.
Calling for
I
Rachel
never
now.
say
Only
yuck in
call.
this spot. I'm always like, you fucked up, son.
Why are people
7.5.
shook?
7.5 for Thaler and for Monkey May. Contrast going
12.5.
1250. F this guy in his face.
Oh, shit. Big Shay in the
Cabo
house.
Customs. Ray Ray going 1250. Missy 7.5. Lots of
How
7.5.
did we get royalty
lots
in
of
the house?
12.5.
What up, fam?
Poker King.
Oh, I forgot to
5.
put this on
Too
the...
small.
At least we
Yeah,
got...
5. 5. You're just not getting enough value. You got to build the spot.
My phone
75
said.
bigs. We can't ever get it all in if we go 5.
Yes.
Here,
750,
Joey
750.
calling. Bull flush draws blocked, he says. Punk skirt. Call feels like a set.
All right. We are... Let me make sure. I believe he was going 7, right? Grateful Rich, what are you doing here, buddy? 7.5.
7.5 for Cowboy Customs as well.
My name is Pitt, and you ain't getting away with this shit. I'm never calling, and I'm almost like trying hard not to be greedy and going to 12. Like, with this, like, I'm tempted to just bomb this bitch to 12. He's gonna call with his 8s and his straight draws no matter what. Like, it's almost inelastic between 7 and 12 for people to do dumb shit like this. And I want him to pay the most. I want to charge his ass the most.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math in my
12.50.
head to see if we can get all in by the river if we go 750.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, well, I know what you mean there. Not 12 for me.
Stack size, why?
Greed.
I'm kind of leaning 12 for that reason. 750 is probably okay.
Yeah, 12,
I'm probably
750 is
going 12
probably...
as well.
I think 750 is probably the more standard and probably the best, but the exploitative greed inside of me wants to go 12.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Don't think 12 is a
totally
great
with it.
bet. Don't
And
want,
these leads are like
we
almost
ain't
always
folding.
8x that's scared and fucking flush draws. Sometimes it's 7x. Like,
We don't want to narrow
He's got
his
an 8x or a
range,
flush
he
draw. You want to
says.
stack this mofo. You're going to get 2 more street. You're going to get this street and another street at least from the flush draw. Go get it. They're not going to give you the chips. You got to take it.
So the answer, I mean, some people think that 12 may be narrowing his range too much. If he does this with the 7, it would always fold, and some of his weaker 8x might fold to it. I don't think people fold to that, and I don't think he folds his draws. If he has the top of his range, we're just losing to the sets, whatever. Like if he has 2 pair or whatever, but he sometimes will have
Does that
ace
lead,
8,
even lead here?
9.
Like I don't even know if that leads here. I think
Fuck no. Fucking no. All right, 750. It's probably the most standard and optimal, but I would sometimes greed out and go 12.
let's find out.
Personally.
The main thing to think about in this
Something
situation is what is our opponent's range for leading out into this
Greed.
flop, and how often are we ahead of that range? Usually, especially in a heads-up pot, when an opponent leads out on an 8-deuce-7 board like this, they're not going to be holding 2-pair plus. If they're holding 2-pair plus, they're usually going for a check raise. When they're leading out here, it's usually a marginal made hand or a draw looking to give itself a cheap price to get to the later streets by not having to face a big bet. So if our opponent's range is comprised of open-enders, 10-9, 6-9, 6-5, and 1-pair type hands like 8x, 7x, unlikely to have deuce x. What should we do with a pair of queens? Well, we definitely want to be raising for value and protection, and we want to be raising on the larger size. If we go to just 750 here, we're giving our opponent pretty good odds to draw it a straight or a flush. They'll be getting 3-1 immediate plus the implied odds as well. And if our opponent has a pair of 8s or a pair of 7s, they're probably going to call 1250 just as often as they'll call 750 anyway. So we might as well go for the larger sizing, get more value, and get more protection. We're never folding this hand, and we don't want to just call. That would be playing into our opponent's plan here. The only times we need to be cautious when an opponent is leading out in a situation like this and we have 1 pair is when they're leading out into a multi-way pot where they may be leading strong with 2-pair set because they're fearful that the pre-flop raiser is going to check through. That is not this situation. This is a heads-up pot, and so we want to be raising for value and protection against a range that we are crushing with pocket queens. Our opponent does call, and the turn is an ace of hearts, which is a very interesting card. Opponent checks to us. What should we do now? Should we check, bet $10, bet $20, or bet $30?
Rare says he would have got all in. The problem is that when he bets 2 and then you jam for 70, he starts folding his draws. We don't want that. He might even start folding next.
What a neato turn. And God, he explained that so fucking well. Like, I agree with everything he said there. Grips nailed his explanation on why we wanted to raise and hit all the points. Sedab's going 20 bones. He's going twanky. John's throwing a dub out there as well. Start racking my chips in check. Is it until you start racking your chips mid-hand?
Peace out. Is there ever a place where you shouldn't bet this flop? Sure, there are going to be times when you're going to check back this flop potentially, I guess, in position. But when he leads, we're pretty much always raising this hand. We definitely have parts of our range that we're folding and parts of our range that we're just calling. But the big blind should never have any leads on 8-7 deuce. Doesn't make any sense. What? Like, why would you ever do that? I still have aces and queens and things like this in my range because I'm the aggressor. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's going to be boards he gets to, but 8-7 deuce ain't it. He just ain't got enough. You got to be able to flop the joint.
5, 6, 7.
You got to be able to flop the joint. Yeah, like Toe says. Well, we could have bet draws. You're going to make sense of close. So everybody's just going 20 or 30.
Ray says, I really love this. You guys are really dedicated. You guys definitely have the science to this. I've definitely learned a lot since watching the streams. My man, fist bump. Thank you for the kind words, buddy.
Thank you.
Glad to see you, man. Glad to get in here and get involved. We love
2
this.
people that love the game.
Poker has done a lot for Sixes and I, and so we like to give back.
Yep, for sure. Poker is the greatest. Everybody's going 20. Big Tur's putting 30 out there and shrugging the shit in, like, whatever.
Oh, peace out, Ashton. Ask all the questions in the world. That's what we're here for, homie.
I can see check. He says, nah.
All right, what are we doing here? Check for Missy, 20 for Meatball, 20 for Monkey, 20 for Contrast. Got to rep it even though don't love it. Leaning 30. He's got 64 behind, says Thaler.
All right, I'm ready.
Who's the winner? Cowboy. What's Cowboy?
We're going 20
Cowboy
over
says
here.
bet 20. It's a bit more.
20 for Grateful Rich as well. 20 for Tipsy Beard and 20 for Big Shay. 30 for Big Turd. Couple 30s and 20s. a few checks, but mostly bets. Like one check, actually. Fucking Carter out here checking. I ain't never seen that in my life. All right. I am not capping my range, and I'm not getting put in hell on river. I'm just not trying to
Yes.
bluff catch. I'm not letting you realize the equity. The way he played the hand, he likely has some kind of draw or 8x. Flush draws, straight draws are still available. This ace is better for my range than his. I'm just betting. I'm just betting 20. If I
Question
check,
for you.
I'm just going to be in too hard of a spot on too many rivers, and I
Question
can get
for you.
value from draws. Yes, sir.
He doesn't lead flop. He checks. We bet. He calls. Still leading the ace turn or betting the ace turn.
I think it's going to be better for my range. I wonder what my size would be, but I wonder if like it's a value bet at that point. Like it's
Might have more checks in that scenario.
yeah. In that scenario, it feels like a check.
Because he's got the ace
little
high flush
bit more.
draws and it's like ace, Willie Bird aces and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but this is a lead out. So we've ranged him to 8x and draws, right? This ace is a little inconsequential.
The check is so
So
hard.
I kind of
and
like
so
bet 20 here as well because it
we
was a
check.
lead
He
raise
just
pot.
2x pot jams. It's just fuck that.
Hell.
20.
So I'm cool with 20. Let's find out.
Yep. Let's see.
Very common in the low stakes.
So the ace is a very interesting card because our opponent is going to have a good amount of ace 8, ace 7, and the
Well played,
very
boys.
occasional ace deuce. I don't really think he's leading out a ton of the ace deuce on the flop, but if he is, he's certainly calling a raise. So the ace can make our opponent 2 pair, but those are the only hands we need to be worried about. All other 8x, king x, queen x, we mostly block. Jack 8 suited. 10-8 suited, 9-8 suited. We still have all those beat. 7-9 suited, 7-6 suited, any other suited 7s we have beat. Also, all the straight draws we still beat, 9-10, 6-9, 6-5, and all the flush draws we still beat other than the ace-x flush draws, ace-high flush draws, because most of them haven't improved. So despite the fact this is a card that a lot of players are going to check behind on, thinking, well, an 8's not going to continue to call. It might be a great card to bluff on, but not a great card to value bet on. We need to recognize the fact that our opponent has a lot of draws in their range and also recognize that for the right price, this player type, who's kind of stationy, will call with just a pair of 8s, will call with just a pair of 7s. And I think that bet size is about $20 here. If we bet $10, we're giving our opponent the right price to draw to a straight or a flush, which we don't want to do. And if we go $30 full pot it, we're probably going to see those pair of 8s, those pair of 7s folding. So betting around 20 here is the sweet spot where we're charging the draws, an incorrect price. We're still going to allow him to continue with those 1 pair type hands that we beat. And on those occasions where he does have ace 8 or ace 7 and has made 2 pair, we're going to lose less than we would if we bet full pot, and we can plan to check back the river here. If we check back the turn, we're probably calling most river bets anyway on most clean rivers. So we're paying off that pair of aces anyway, or that 2 pair that he's made sometimes. So we're not saving a lot by checking behind and calling river, but we are giving a lot of free cards to hands that have equity when we check behind to play river rather than betting. So we go about 20, our opponent calls. River is the 5 of hearts. Opponent checks to us, has about 2/3 pot remaining. What should we do? Should we check, bet 15, bet 30, or go all in?
All right, guys. What are we doing now?
Peace out, Pat. Thank you for that follow. Good afternoon. Appreciate that. Welcome to the study stream.
I haven't said that because I met Pat yesterday, I think, for the first time. But peace out, Pat. Another super solid screen name. Fun to say.
It really is. I thought about that when I saw it. I was like, I kind of like that. Kind of tough. Announce I didn't come here to break even and push the rack over the line.
Whoa, not scared.
All in, all in, all in, 30. Damn, all these cats just bet 30. What's up with these 30 bets? What the hell is happening? 30, all in.
Gotta keep his 8x in.
Check
Bet
for
30.
me, bud.
Jamalama, says Punker.
Check.
All in
jams.
for Meatball. 30 for Poker King.
All in for Great for Rich.
All in for Poker Shark.
No.
30 and leave him enough for a cab ride home, says Jelly. He's sympathetic. He's a nice guy. Left him a
Molten,
burger
but
and
you're
a
the
cab
only
ride.
one to paying attention, though, Molten. That's
All
the
in
thing.
for Pat. 30 for
Well-
Cowboy.
This is why poker is great. Everybody plays things differently, has different thoughts. You can give somebody the answer seconds before, and they will still grief it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Poker's the greatest. He literally gave the answer. the last street, and everybody's doing something different. Beautiful. All in, check for me. Couple all in, some 30s. This shit is wild.
Player dependent, he says.
What are you doing? I mean, not you, but what is the Army
Cowboy
doing?
is going 30.
Kind of stuff. Okay.
Lots of that. 30, lots of 30, and lots of all in, and nothing in between.
No, dude. What do you get? Okay.
A check or a 15 yet?
I mean, dude, what we're saying is going to call you.
Cowboy
on
says
this
should have
River
done
Cruises
15.
stack.
Going for the thin value.
All right, so everybody already went. 30 can't be a thing, leaving himself 15 to reopen the action. Does he call 1, 2, 3 for work with worse? 6, 9, some random ass hand gots there. He's probably never calling 1, 2, 3 with an 8. If he has an ace, you're dead. We have second fucking pair. You made $67 from an 8. Be happy. Check.
Fucking 100% check. You guys aren't scared. He called twice.
You guys, like, he called on the ace turn.
A couple things.
What
So for the guys who went 15 or wanted to go 15, we don't have small bets in position as a general rule. 15's automatically out. 30 is a weird size. It's 2/3 of a stack. It's got 15 behind. The math doesn't add up. That one's out. So now it's jam or check. If we go into jam, you have to ask yourself, is this value or is this a bluff? If it's value, what's worse, the calls? The 8
I have no
folds,
idea.
all miss flush draws fold, 7 folds, right? If it's
You get worse
a
to call them.
bluff, are you ever getting better to fold? No, ace is never folding. Not especially not this guy. So check's the only option.
Better to call and worse to fold. You get better to call you, the ace X, and then you get all the worst shit to fold. An 8 is not calling 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
It just can't.
No. Yeah.
When ace gets there as well, I would only check there. So let's see.
I would get as much as possible.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Except when you ask yourself the question, when I jam here, what's worse
What-
that's calling?
Worst hand that would call you.
The answer is nothing. There's no worse hand that's calling you. You fold out the 8, you fold out the 7. The misdraw is obviously folding.
And 6, 9 he also got there. Like, I don't know. Maybe he does. It's just like, what's the point? What's the point of putting more money in this pot? You made a nice pot. You know. So
Lots of small bets on earlier streets,
Good
Taylor.
one.
No small bets in position on the river.
Great
I've
for
seen
Richard
like
all
2 or
in.
3 sims ever, but the vast majority of the time, it's going to be at least half pot.
all right, close your eyes. This might hurt. Hopefully we don't
Usually
get
it's
goose eggs. Please, God, don't
Did you
get
click
goose egged. Nah, I'm going to now. You ready?
Here we go. 30.
We're going all in.
Oh shit!
All in.
We're gonna get
Now,
better
at
than
this
all
point,
in, right?
the big question is, will our
gonna get better than
opponent
all
still
in.
call another
Couple places all
bet
in.
with
We
a
got
pair of eights?
Fucking dose.
Now, it's possible for our opponent to call 2 bets
4
with
for 30.
second pair when the ace comes off.
Never
but it's
bet.
pretty rare that our opponent's going to call
Never
all 3.
raising.
It's a great spot to triple barrel if we're bluffing because we usually can get a pair of 8s to fold on this ace turn. King turn would be fantastic as well. But I don't think we're going to see a pair of 8s or a pair of 7s call a bet very often here. And therefore, since our opponent just defended pre-flop, didn't 3-bet, we're not going to see too much in the way of jacks, 10s, 9s, and hands that could hero call here and give us value. Also, 6-9 got there, although it's the least likely of his straight draws. But more importantly, 6-5 is not going to pay us off, and 9-10 cannot pay us off. So there's not a whole lot of value in putting in another bet here on the river. If we are going to go for value, probably the smaller size makes the most sense, about $15. That's what might get looked up by a pair of 8s. But it can also put us in a dicey spot if we get check raised all in, as we give our opponent the opportunity to turn his misdraws into a bluff. I think at this point we got enough value. We made sure we got protection. We charged our opponent for his draws.
Preach, Evan,
I think it's harder for us to get much more. I don't think we've left any value on the table as played, and checking is going to be the best play. So we check. Our opponent shows the 9-10 of hearts, open-ended straight draw, and versus that hand, we played it pretty much perfectly.
We take those.
Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this quiz.
take
This has been
those.
Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Beautiful. We have a 29 for that.
Bang! 31! Got him!
God damn, we got swept today, boys.
Hey!
We actually got our asses mopped. What the hell, old Mafia? We don't
Let's
lose
go!
like that.
The
We ain't
army!
been swept since
The
NAM.
fucking army! All right,
We
Cowboy,
ain't
let me know how I
been
can send you
swept
$5
since
ACR, PayPal, carrier pigeon, smoke signal, snail
It's all
mail.
good, boys.
Let me know how
I'm running bad as
$5.
well.
Homie, send me a DM.
It's all good. We'll get him next time. I'm running. You know what? Quick announcement. This will be fun. Next week, we got a guest. We have our first guest in a long ass time.
Lies. We had Evan Jarvis, this guy, like 3 weeks ago.
I wasn't here. Well, I was. It wasn't a guest. It was a co-host.
Oh, it was a replacement.
Yeah. So we have a guest next week.
It was a
joining me and Toe, and it will be our friend Casino King. Matt,
Hey.
good friend of mine. He'll be here next week, guys. And with him coming in, I'm going to make sure we give away some stuff from Ignition. So I'm going to make sure we're going to do a lot more giveaways. He had $50 as well to give away. We may try to get some premium memberships to give away as well. So it's going to be a massive stream next week.
One.
We're going to have a guest. Casino King is a fucking cool ass dude, man. That's my boy. I talked to the dude kind of a lot now. He's awesome. So he'll be here next week. So look out for that. We're going to have cash giveaways. We're going to have Poker Coaching is going to give some stuff away. Maybe I'm going to try to get Ignition to give some stuff away as well. And so if you guys see the marketing out for this stuff, make sure to retweet, like the tweets and whatever as we're putting stuff out so we can make this stream pretty cool.
Yeah, one thing Six has mentioned but kind of glossed over, and I want to give a shout out. We got an anonymous donation of $50 to give away to a quiz winner. So thank you to Mr. Anonymous, and there's a big ass quiz on the line for you guys. Along with all the other content. Also, Sixes didn't mention this. If you go to the Ignition YouTube channel, there's a lot of good content, some scored videos there and stuff with Sixes and Casino King that you can check out. So go check those out too. And there's awesome one with me and Sixes as well with a lot of quacking in it. You should check out the quacking video. That one is me and Sixes. That one's awesome too.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there. But yeah, guys, we will be have a guest next week.
Like always?
It'll be really fun, man. And then we're gonna try to get more guests moving forward. So we're getting back on the guest train as well to make this more fun, add some life back into it. But yeah, I think that is it for today. B Millie, 68 months.
Oh my gosh.
Golly.
That's up there with like my subs. Like that's a big sub. That's like
That's a big yeah. Well,
sub
he was
for you.
he's my very first one. He helped me start streaming.
Sick.
That's my boy. He lives like 10
I said like that has to be
That's
like
my
one
boy.
of the first ones. Absolutely.
Family. Yeah, he's like family.
Damn.
Thanks,
He
B
knows he's a
Millie.
sub to you longer than I am, for fuck's sake.
Well, I mean, he's the very first one on my channel, so.
Yeah,
Thanks,
guys. So
Millionaire.
before we could take off too, all the links up there in the chat. Praying did a good job of them, of course. There's a Discord, my Discord. You can hang out. We talk UFC, we talk poker, we talk chess, we talk life. There's memes in there and shit. Go hang out. PC Discord, you can see it. That's a link for the Poker Coaching Discord where you get it for free. 6 study groups a week, all recorded. Hand us your room. 6 and I are two of the coaches in there. There's some other great coaches in there too. Luis, Kep, and Joey hang out as helping out as well, and Dilly. So check those out. PC, so you can sign up for free. There's a link for you. You can get I don't know, free quizzes, charts, homework assignments. Check that shit out. And YouTube, if you want to see this one from the beginning or any of the ones we've ever done in the past, me and Sixes, a lot of guests. Like I said, we have Evan Jarvis multiple times, Justin Saliba, Greg Raymer, Jesse Sylvia, Bet on Drew, Fat Train. We've had a lot of people you guys know and adore. All of them on here for Raj Jaka. We Matt Affleck. We have some cool friends. So go check that shit out. Thanks for all the kind words, guys. We're here every Saturday, noon Eastern. Gonna throw the host to the giraffe.
Oh, is he Jeff streaming? Of course, always.
Got the countdown for that now. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the love. Thanks for everything. Peace out late.
Yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a pretty big session. And next week, the Casino King study stream will be here. So that'll be fucking awesome. So check that out. And I'm out, guys. Take care. Show Draft some love. He's family. Take care.